Evening all. Apologies if you think I disappeared. I realise now on reflection that it's going to look a lot on YouTube like that's what I did. I think it's probably better to describe it as a tactical regrouping. I might call this video tactical regrouping. And I had planned to make a video to explain why, how, and all that sort of thing here for you this evening. But I actually already said it all, and I already said it in a way that just makes sense in a video that I made for the channel members. So I thought, rather than going over the same old shit again, for the sake of precision and, well, just not repeating myself really, I might just sort of clip that and share it with you, because it's quite important in terms of how we move forwards. It's been important, this tactical regrouping, for me on a highly personal level, but I realise with very, very little in the way of communication, you weren't to know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip again out of the way and let me tell you in the following video what the situation is. I hope that it makes sense to you. I hope that you're all aligned with it. I'll make a comment in the video that it felt very important to me, this shift, because I have to move to the beat of my own drum in 2026. I think we could all do with moving to the beat of our own drums. So I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. To kind of skip forward again to the end of November, there were a few fairly profound realizations that I had. Now, they're profound to me, they might not be profound to other people, right? And a lot of it involved in unpacking shame around my consistency, or lack thereof, because if you've been around for long enough, you know I am a chaotic little monkey, quite literally. And it absolutely blew my mind apart, right? And sent me off on a whole side quest about whether time was even real. And I came to the conclusion, no. And I remembered, thinking furiously about this very point when I was about 7 or 8 years old, when I found out that Julius and Augustus Caesars both inserted a month into the calendar year. I'm like, if you can just move time around arbitrarily like that, it can't be real then, right? It's fake, And I thought about something that Richard Abbott, who was my numerology mentor, had said when I was at the masterclass in Vienna. And that was, to all intents and purposes, the calendar is the matrix, right? In Thailand, it's the year 7000 and something now, right? These ways that we have of measuring time are arbitrary, and they can just be changed. In the Soviet Union, they banned weekends for a while, and everybody was like, okay, weekends don't exist now, we just work all the time, that's what we do. And the reason that I bring this up, and the reason why it's important, is because there's so much shame around what my own sense of success, because I can't even do this one thing, which is get videos out on time. I'm like, well, if time's not real, what time frame do I move to? Because I clearly moved to something. And I thought, well, what is real? Well, the movement of the sun is real, the movement of the moon is real, the movement of the seasons is real. And then I was like, well, hang on. Every time I do a monthly reading, I'm crossing two signs. Just in this month we're in now, December, we have Sag season and we've got Capricorn season. Are those two the same? They are not. So is it even a clean reading? Maybe not. So there's going to be a new upload schedule, and it's actually based around my experience of time and not everybody else's. Bear in mind also that I live on my Neptune line, and I live in a country that doesn't give a fuck about what the time is. Like, it's an interesting time vortex, this country, right? Is the sun still over the mountain? Then we work, we do things. When the sun dips beneath the mountain, then we stop. Right? That's it. That's the unit of measurement of time. Nothing else is important. So I'm going to be doing a video on this, probably more of a standard one that will be filmed in my little studio, explaining this. I'm not going to go into, you know, massive detail other than just to tell people that it's happening. But I feel very strongly the need to move to the beat of my own drum and not the one that is imposed on me. That feels like a very important move in 2026. So I'm going to start reading for the seasons, not for the month. The next set of readings that come out will be for Capricorn season. Shitloads of traffic today. Never ever get any traffic through my village, and then all of a sudden, apparently there's loads. So, you know, some people are not going to like that. I can't help that. That's not my problem, really. I have to do what's right for me. And I have to do what feels like it's aligned. And honestly, the fuck is the calendar anyway? Like that doesn't feel like alignment to me. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, let's have a little look what I've got here. Yeah, like I said, I'll be making a video on that to let people know. It'll probably be short and sweet. You know, the whole... It was kind of baked into a larger video that I made for Circle, which effectively amounted to live shadow work in real time, right? Me unpacking all of this stuff, and they're like, what does it mean? And this is what it means, and this is what we're doing now. No, people got to see me integrating my shadow in real time. So it's quite a vulnerable thing to do. I'm not putting that on YouTube. But it is there for Circle community members, so it's called the funeral pyre. Anyway, let's just pause here a second while I consult my list